That cost me, coming second in the session, cost me £1,000 that. Yeah, right, catch up number 3 for today. We're on it.
It's all you though, isn't it?
I've done a lot of
in the summer.
I've done a lot.
You have done loads.
In the last fortnight, I've done a lot of
I reckon you've done 20,000 miles in your van.
I've done a lot of them as well. I've done 1,000 in the last week and a half easily.
Flipping that, Jay, lad.
It's not been good. But anyway,
Go ahead.
Oh, what's happening there? Phone's
No
going.
wasps.
Let me just check this, 1 sec. Just in case it's me, man.
Keep rolling.
I've got
Keep
delivery
rolling.
coming.
Oh, what, have you? Nice delivery.
Yeah, tackle delivery.
Oh, yeah, they're the best ones.
Do you know what I've done? I've gone for thermal boots. I've ordered some thermal boots off Matrix. It's like committing to the winter. It's time, innit? It's coming.
Yeah, no, I do like the moon boots and
I'll
things
get them
like
in
that.
quick.
So
But anyway,
Go ahead,
yes.
lad.
So that's coming in a minute. Fishing, what have we done? Monk Hall Festival.
Yes.
What's it? I think it's just the Monk Hall Festival, isn't it? Gaz runs it, On the Fly TV runs it. Monk Hall Festival, the September one, big one this year.
Has it always been 3 days?
No, first time
Right.
it's 3 days. Normally it's 2 days, and
Just because it's so good.
we all
like, let's
say
have another
this.
day.
Literally, you're knackered at the end of every day.
And you're travelling it every day, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah, but it's not too bad. 70 mile. Not silly for me. I can do that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Not too bad, but you're so excited. You're dead, but you're dead. Desperate to go back the next day.
So
You know
good.
what I mean? I finished yesterday and I want to go today. I love Monk Hall. It is so good. The fishing is so good. Not chaotic,
Yeah.
just flipping good. Really, really good. All our lakes are fished for nothing. Leading up to it, I kept hearing off all sorts of people, oh, it's not fishing so well, it's flipping solid.
And I remember you saying that last year, they were saying it, but then it's ridiculous, isn't
It's
it? You hear it all
solid.
the time,
It's
yeah.
just different.
Yeah.
It's not the chaos it used to be, because they're a lot bigger now.
Right.
Which would make you think it'd be bigger weights, not, but it's not, because they're not ravenous like they
A
used
year
to be.
older, year clever, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Some of them are massive now.
There's still the ids in and all that, Jay? Not as many?
Yeah, not as many. They take a bit of a kick in. They get worse over the 3 days. Do you mean ids don't feed for 3 days on the bounce?
Pretty much plan your day on what baits you want to fish down to your strengths, or is there certain lakes where you've got to fish pellets or maggots, cast?
Yeah, you need to know what lake you're on.
lakes on, right, okay.
Yeah, certain lakes you need to, like owl for instance, you need to fish for eyed at some point on certain pegs.
Right.
There's a bit of
Talk us through then. So day one.
day one,
Go ahead.
2 plums off.
Oh, are you getting like
Standard.
surprised and in the slightest by
I've been
this
on
at all,
form at the
folks?
minute, haven't I? I've been proper on form. To be fair, I've drawn very well.
White trainers, isn't it? That's what just saying. White trainers.
Yeah, it is. For 3 days I've drawn very
So
well.
where have you done that? I don't know the lakes. Jay,
First
that's
day, peg 13 on buzzard.
all. Right. Have we fished that before or not?
No. Buzzard is,
Go on to Buzzards.
I'm not going to say it's the best lake. It's my favourite lake at Monk Hall.
Why is that?
Lots
Carpy?
of big wobbly
Oh,
carp.
right, yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
like
about
carps.
carp fishing on there.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
That is the one lake you do not bother fishing for eyed shallow. There's an odd barbel to be caught, and odd you fish for
Oh,
carp.
there's a barbels in it as well?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Oh, go ahead.
Quite a lot. They've been me downfall. And
Because they fight too hard and too
no,
small?
on me weight guessing, but we'll talk about that. And they're buggers. That's just like 13, really good. It's 14's the MPEG. It's the worst MPEG though. For some reason they don't like this little narrow bit. It's a bit
Right,
weird.
okay.
I'm on the point of an island with some open water. That's what you want.
Right.
On there, you want an island and open water.
So
where,
you can do,
where they live.
both. Right, yeah.
Just where the fish live.
Right.
But first day was really, really bright. It was like, gorgeous. Really bright, really high pressure, really still, really warm. Not right. You know what I mean? Not right for it. So this is on the Tuesday. So got a tricky lake, got Connor on 2. Who else was on our lake? I can't even remember. Dylan Blythe, yeah. Or Dylan Blythe. There's a few. Anyway, you got a good section. As always, you all right, Richard? You're dying.
Suffering. Hay fever.
Richard's got hay fever, hasn't he?
Go ahead.
Didn't have that in
Sniffle
Iceland
over
where there
there.
were no plants.
Oh, no.
So yeah, first day there, plan was dead simple. It's the peg. I actually drew it the first day in the festival in April,
Right, okay.
maybe July. Maybe the July one. Can't remember. Last time I was here, I drew it first
So
day.
what's like pellet? All that pellets?
All out pellets and casters here. Casters on my top get.
Right, okay.
That was the plan. Really, she catches these barbel or carp sometimes feed on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know how it'd be, so I didn't know if them carp would feed on it. Pellets in the deep water being really aggressive, and then pellets on the island up and down,
Right.
because you get a few sucking. But I never caught a fish shallow. Yeah, I've not actually caught a fish shallow. I've caught one fish shallow in 3 days.
Flipping it.
So
I
there's
thought
no
it was all
carp.
about shallow fishing
Yeah,
on
no, I haven't caught a shallow fish in 3 days.
that. Oh, bloody hell, Jay.
So anyway, really, really simple day. Started straight across. It's a dead steady plod of a day. Hard pellets across, feeding sixes in deep water. No, feeding fours in deep
Tapping them in
water.
or catapulting?
Dead aggressive in
right.
deep water.
Oh, right, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I've had 6 pints throughout the day,
Oh, bloody hell, mate.
but I'm feeding 2 lines, really blasting them. And you can go on the island, lots of liners, odd foul looker, catch a few, and then drop it in the deep water. I had half an hour across, I caught a few, then I dropped in the deep water. It was phenomenal for an hour.
What? Not even far looking at them, just like nice.
Beautiful. They barely moved your float. You'd literally feed, you chip in, put your rig in, feed 2 lots of 20, and you just...
Mils? 4 mils?
I fed 4 mils.
And 6 on the band?
Yeah, because I wanted my bait to stand out. So I fished a 6 and an 8,
Right.
sometimes an 8. And you literally sit there, get an odd little wobble, not many, and it just go, pump, on. 8 pounder, 8 pounder, 6 pounder. Big, the big wobbly ones. It was amazing. Probably had 60 pound after an hour and a half.
Oh,
really, really, really good spell. And then it got warmer and came up. But not feeding up, they just went, don't want to be in the deep water. And the only place I could tick over is on the island, so it became an island and casters day.
Right.
But on my casters, I couldn't catch a carp. Like, I could drop on it. I wasn't feeding loads, just nicely steady feeding some casters in about 4 or 5 foot. You drop on it, I catch a barbel.
And how big are the barbel?
Up to £5.
Oh,
But I'd chuck them in as £3, but they weren't. They were big.
They were bigger?
I had a couple of proper, like, 5 pounders nearly. They were big, our barbel, yeah. Proper ones.
Bloody hell.
So you catch a couple of them, caught a couple of carp. They're not many, though. And then I fed me edge as well, caught a couple of carp in the edge, only 2, nothing was coming in.
Right.
So it's just been about fishing up and fishing
yeah.
down across. Dead scatty day. I thought I had. Well, I clicked my nets at 50, 45 and 45. Yeah, that's what I'd done my nets at. So we'd finished the match. I thought I was just ahead of Connor. Dylan, I thought Dylan was going to win. Dylan was he had 3 nets with 50 in and 1 net with 10 in. So he was admitted to 150, 160. So I was like, yeah, that'll win. Yeah, and I'm, again, without sounding a knob, I'm flipping good at doing my nets normally at Monk Hall. Like, really good. I've never gone over at Monk Hall. I'll tell a lie, I've gone over on my eyed net on Hall.
Yeah.
Because ids are easy. But with carp fishing, I've never gone over at Monk Hall before. I blitzed that this week, we'll talk about it in a minute. That's well gone that now. So, first day, first net out, bottoms out. £68 in it. Da-dum. Like, all right, where's that come from?
You don't get disqualified, you go back to 60
Just gets knocked back to 60.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but got lucky with that one. No, unfortunately that one lost. I think I lost £12 on the first day. I think I went over in 2. 2 of my nets went over and one of them was 50 odd. I think I weighed 177 on the first day, but I would have weighed 190. So I've cost myself £13 on the first day, but won my section. So I didn't really mind. As long as I won my section, it's not cost me any points.
Yeah.
I was happy. So all great. Second day, did really, really well again. 10 on Hawk. Hawk, you want to be peg 1, maybe peg 2 to 10. You don't want to be on this hand of the lake. You want to be on the top end. It's every peg, but it's every peg for a reason. It's really good.
Oh, right, okay.
Really, really good. So really happy to be there. Felt I was just on the edge of them.
Yeah.
But dead happy. I've had a lovely match there. First hour I fished maggots on the bottom at 6 metres. I've had £35. I've had like 4 carp, some eyed, some tench. It was nice. And then it just went done. Not because I think all the eyed and the F1s are all the other side of the lake.
Right.
I don't mean the mixing with the carp.
Yeah.
But it went quiet, and then slowly then it became about catching an odd one long. I've messed up on my long line though.
In what way?
In that I've got a gap in the islands in front of me. I can't reach in the 25 metres away.
Yeah.
No, 22 metres away. I've got a gap in the middle, so I've got a white strip of water and then 2 dark spots of water. That looked funny, didn't it?
Cheeky.
I put me line in the dark spot there.
Yeah.
And I had another one there as a fallback just in case where it was a bit shallower. But that was going to be my main one. That's where I was really aggressive. And a ripple, within half an hour of the match starting, a ripple came through and it made it that like shiny white.
Oh, horrible, you can't see anything.
I couldn't see me flipping float. I could only see it in little windows when the ripple died.
Right.
Whereas if I'd have put it in the dark bit, in the light water with a black float, I'd have saw it all day. So I was a bit scatty on that. I couldn't see the sexy things going on to make any decisions. I caught a few on it.
Yeah.
And I had a nice little spell to me left on another darker bit, but that was the same again. Sometimes I could see, sometimes I couldn't. And caught a few on that on the bottom, being aggressive with hard pellets.
Yeah.
And then that day I've got a little reed bed like on my top kit to my left. I fished against that as well. I've caught...
What, on like a mudline kind of thing, sneaking bait?
Yeah, it was deep. Like given quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I fed quite positive with micros, put proper big pot on and give them loads of bait. But it was so weird in there. I've got my glasses on and Monk Hall's, he's dyed it blue, but it's already very clay.
Yeah.
So it's a real soupy colour. You know what I mean? And you feed your bait and you can tell us fishing, you know, at plumes. There's no swirls, but you see plumes all the time. And you put your rig in and it doesn't move. So the fish, even though there's only 1 or 2 there, it looks like there's a lot. And it's really hard to get a bite, but you've just got to literally put your bait in and sit and wait and wait and wait. because I don't think they can see very far either. I think they can only
No.
see sort of 6, 8
Yeah,
inch.
visibility can't be good. Yeah.
It's really coloured, especially when they start stirring it up. But by being patient, set me trap, sit there with a big piece of corn on, it'd go, and it'd be £6 to £8. So I caught a few on that as well. Not enough though that day. Chris Lane's paralysed it on 14 on the stones, big lump.
Oh, right, okay.
He's fished on that. It was solid. There was a lot of fish there. He's had £210.
Oh, right.
He's walked it. And Connor's been my mate. We've literally been together all 3 days.
Have
Me and
you?
Con. We followed each other around all day. Within a couple of pegs of each other all the time.
Good.
So I like Con.
Yeah,
he's been on peg 1. He weighed 172.
Yeah.
172? Yeah. Con's weighed 172 to come second. I weighed 165 to come third.
And have you got an oven in any nets?
None.
Oh, right, okay. So you'd been kicking yourself if you hadn't, like, because you're close to Connor there.
Yeah, I'd have been annoyed. I should have beat Connor though. If I'd have moved that
Where you can
line
see
there, I'd have definitely come second on the
Right,
way.
right.
That cost me ultimately coming second in the festival. That decision.
Fine lines,
100%.
folks, in it, flipping it.
That cost me coming second in the session. Cost me £1,000 that.
Right.
Just moving me line 2 foot to the left. Really, really annoyed at myself. And it's just not thinking about what could happen during the day.
Yeah.
That's where Bagger's so good at things like that. He's like this. It covers his arse and things
Yeah.
like that. And it'll be all right, and it's not. So really annoyed at myself for that. Still in the gang though. I was 4th.
Yeah.
Going into the last day. Christian was the only one on 2 wins. Then the 2 Dylans, Dylan Blythe and Dylan Taylor,
Yeah.
were on a 1st and a 2nd. So still in the gang, really, really happy because it's big sections,
Yeah,
it's
man.
10 peg sections.
Yeah.
Last day, drew really well again, 15 on Lark. But Lark had been weird, peg 3 had won both days. It had been the area, but you want to be from peg 3 to peg 12.
Yeah.
All the carp seem to be there for some reason. Lark's normally the fairest lake-ish. They're normally, apart from the top corner, it can be a bit dodgy, 5 and 7. It's normally a really fair lake, and it's normally a little fish lake.
Is that the one where we did the
Top end, yes.
The
Shallow fishing.
Right, yeah.
Top of the hill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's normally a little fish lake with a few carp.
Right.
Because of the time of year, it's all carp.
Proper
To
like.
win.
Right.
The lads in the poor area are catching a lot smaller fish, whereas we're catching big fish.
Proper.
Unreal. Like, wow. I was shocked at how it was.
Really? How many
Well, I've
carp
not
were in
caught anything other than an F1 or a carp. I've not had an eye, not had a tench. I've probably had 10 F1s.
there? Have you fed like
all
nuts and
carp.
baits as well?
Yeah.
To?
The day before, Bagger had been on there, spoke to him, and they'd all caught on casters on the bottom,
Right.
feeding worm over the top, carp underneath the shallow lines.
Right.
That had been the thing. And I messed up because the island finishes in front of me. Right in front of me is the point.
Yeah.
And the wind's coming down here. But I've got a big bowl to my left. And I put my line to fish casters at sort of 11 o'clock. So it's just into the ripple, nice white bit where I can see me float, but the ripple's coming this way.
Right.
And I've chose it there, and I plumbed up, and it felt all right. I plumbed up a little spot, and I thought, yeah, that's all right. Felt there. When I put my rig in and fished it, I'll come back to it, I'll start in a minute. But the biggest mistake I made there was, it came towards me, it got deeper where I fished it.
Oh, so that wind can blow.
The wind's
it
pushing it.
Right.
It was a mess. My rig
Right.
was an utter mess. I should have done it there. But then everything was a bit condensed and I was a bit close to Mitch then on the next peg. But I should have fished it there and I'd have caught a few. So I never actually caught on it. There was an odd fish on it, but I never caught a fish on it all day. I think I foul up a couple, never caught one. Instead, I fished pellets across to the point.
Yeah.
That was really steady. A lot of foul lookers, but you just have to wade through it, put up with them.
Pinging pellets and then dropping
No,
them
I
through
couldn't
it,
get.
or-
I tried to,
on
but I
the
couldn't
bottom
get
again.
4 mils there.
Right.
It's 16 metres and the wind's in my face. I'm trying. So I'm feeding just short, which I liked because it stopped them sucking.
Yeah.
So I could do that. I could go up and down on that, steady catching odd. But then because I'm like the corner peg, I can fish up my edge. And it was the same as the day before in my edge. I've got this much take to the bank, about 8 metres down the bank. I could big pot it, sit on it with a piece of corn, be really, really patient, get a bite. And some of them were big. I've had 3 15-pounders, like 3 proper
Do you
big.
not even know that size was in there?
Yeah, that's the lake
Oh,
with the
that's one
biggest
of the
fish
big ones
in.
in.
Not that big, but they were
flipping
big.
heck.
I've had a couple of 10-pounders, but really patient.
Yeah.
So I could tick over, catching a couple there, catching a couple across. I kept trying casters on my top gear, never caught a fish on it. Really, really, really weird. Don't know why. I mean, but none of us seem to catch really on that. Mitch caught in the edge on casters really well next to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't make him work. Couldn't catch on him for some reason.
Mad, isn't it, that?
But battled away. Connor's had a brilliant start. Connor's on, I'm on 15, 14, 13, 12.
Yeah.
He's had a brilliant start on the bottom of casters, and then he's had quite a scatty one. He's really struggled, and then he's caught again late on, but he's caught some big fish, Con. So he's got up for a 4th net, so I know he's got a weight.
Yeah.
But all my nets,
Have you got 3 nets in?
I've got 3 nets in. Yeah, and I felt like I was struggling. I was doing all right, but I felt like I was behind them. And then I've had this lovely spell last half hour catching great big ones in the edge. And they add up so quick, like 10 minutes to go, I've got one £15. And I've got in my nets, I've got 49, 49 and 45 in my nets. Yeah, that's what I've got with 10 minutes to go.
Right.
In my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 45 in that one. I've got one, I've just nailed one £15. I'm like, right, shit. Go in there, bottom that out. Yeah, because I think it might be a bit less than £15. So I'll put it in there and I know that one's going to go close to 60. So that one's done. And then there's 5 minutes to go. Got one £10. Think, right, that can go in that one. So I put that in the middle one with £49 in. And then 2 minutes to go, I've nailed another one, £7. And I've had to put that in that. So I'm thinking, flipping heck, I'm close on them now. And then I've weighed in. The first net annihilated it. £68 again, done. Done, so that's cost me £8. The other two nets went £60 dead and £59.14.
Oh, flipping heck, Jay. That's
takes some doing that,
pretty
doesn't
good,
it?
that,
But
mate.
if I'd have put that £15 in another net,
Yeah.
Connor's, I've weighed 179, Connor's weighed 182. If I'd have put the £15 in a separate net, I'd have won, but Con went over as well, so I'd have felt guilty. Con's
right,
gone over in one of it, so I wouldn't have liked to have won it in that way.
Yeah.
You know, my mistake of the festival was the second day.
Yeah.
Definitely not putting that. You know, nets and nets, they're so hard to do at one call because it's so chaotic and it's frantic and it's so hard to keep track of them. Because a £4 is £6 and a £6 is £8 because the tanks, they're
Just like
absolute
proper angry,
tanks they are.
muscly fish.
They're just all, they're like me, they're fat,
Angry.
but incredible. So, no good, ended up second on the day,
Yeah.
second in section that I finished with, what does that give me? 3, 4, 5, 6 points.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Fourth overall. Really happy with that. I lost out by £1.5 on weight to young Brad.
Flipping
He had the same points as me that I should have had. Do you know what I mean? I've
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
£20. But my own fault that. There's no one's other's fault going over in nets when it comes to that. So Brad was third. Morgan Davidson. Flipping that. I never get them pair right.
Mitch and
Morg. Morg's little one. Mitch is
Yeah.
the other one. Morg was second with, what did I have? 6.
6 points.
5 points.
Right.
He won on Lark. I think he just beat Luke Brennan. I think it was 168 to 166.
Oh, flipping
But
heck.
whichever one of them won the lake,
They would have got
they'd have been second.
Oh, right, I get you.
So I think Luke's had the same points as us, must have been on 6 points. It'll have been, I think there were about 5 of
weight-wise.
us on 6.
Oh, right, okay.
Just came into weight. And Christian paralysed it. Christian won the match all 3 days.
Flipping heck.
Just
Won the match all 3 days?
won the match all 3 days. Won the first day on 10 on Swallow, and then drew 2 very, very good pegs on Buzzard and took the mick on them. But what, he had £370 on the second day, which is a record for Buzzard. Just, it is a ridiculous, but they're like this.
Yeah.
They just add up so quick. It sounds like a chaos day. It's just a steady
Don't
plod.
feel like it.
They're massive. It is such an, like, even when I've caught, I felt like I've not caught all 3 days. And the 5-hour matches, and they're not. They're just,
It's not frantic, just nice,
it's
steady fishing.
amazing. It is, it's not my favourite. April's my favourite. It's a close second.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's such a lovely environment.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
keeps it. Ben, Mike and Macca,
Yeah.
they just keep it.
Look after it.
It's just phenomenal. It's clean. It's so quiet. It's, I mean, you're using their flipping nets.
Red kites and everything.
I didn't see one
Did you
this
not see
time.
him?
No, but I didn't look and I should have.
Oh,
You always see a
ain't
red
got
kite
time
when
to.
you go.
You're playing carp, haven't you, mate?
But
But you've done awesome though, haven't you? You've had a right summer so far, haven't you?
It's been-
not over yet, mate, either, is it?
we're
You know
not
what I mean?
quite done yet. We're nearly there. We're nearly done. But it is. If you don't get a chance to do that festival, get on them. They are. You need to come and do them.
Oh, yeah, I love to do
They're
it.
just amazing. Such nice festivals. Get on there on the Fly TV at Munkle.
Well done, Jay, lad.
Right, let's go fishing.